My name is Fiona Smith. I am the 4th generation farmer here at Westerton Farmers. Farm alongside my dad and some other key members of staff. We bought the first farm in the area in 1920. And on the farm we are all arable, so we have spring barley for malting, wheat for distilling, seed and ware potatoes and our vegetable patch. Farm to Table was opened in April 2021, so it's quite new. It's the second retail outlet that we've opened within the business. Our first one was called the Spud Hut, which was an honesty box based farm shed basically. This is a full working shop with till systems and a much wider range of product. So we opened it based on demand in the area, but also our want to push towards less packaging involved in food. It's a real passion of mine personally and as a business. We have invested quite heavily in renewables over the last few years. We have a solar panel installation to help with the electricity on the farm. All of our grain is dried through our ground source heat pump, so it's all done renewably, and the byproduct of the ground source, the chills our cold store for our potatoes. So we're really passionate about making sure that we are reducing the impact that we're having on the environment whilst we're farming. The food industry is really guilty for unnecessary packaging and unnecessary food miles, and that was one of the things we really wanted to champion in reducing both of them. So we have a refillery section in our shop where people can bring in their own containers and refill that, and all of our food is sold without packaging. I think it's really important that we're educating young people about where their food comes from and how it's grown, so that they've got a choice to decide whether they want to buy fresh food from their local farmer that's been grown potentially chemical free, or if they want to be buying imported food in the future. So we try and make sure that we're very clear about where the traceability of our food and how it's gone from the field to the shop. So the range of produce that we have in the shop mainly comes from our own supply here on the farm, but we do support other local businesses in bringing in their produce, especially at times where we are short with what we are growing ourselves, but also with stuff that we don't grow yet. For example, we buy in asparagus from a farm down in Arbroath. We buy in strawberries from Castleton Farm just along the road from us. They're things that we don't grow here, but are produced locally and produced really well. The stuff that we do grow on the farm, the range is increasing year on year as we're trying new things. Started off quite basic with potatoes, homegrown potatoes, suede, carrots and eggs from a local supplier. We now have a vegetable patch and a couple of polytunnels. So we do cabbages, cauliflowers, broccolis. We've just started doing tomatoes and chilies and things this year. Sweet corn, peas, obviously potatoes. Our original diversification was called the Spud Hut, so we're very passionate about our tatties here. So we do a few different varieties of them, carrots, just anything. We're happy to try anything. Courgettes are quite new to us as well. They seem to grow really well in this area. We've got a herb garden, so customers can come and pick their own fresh herbs. And we've also increased the varieties of pumpkins that we grow as well. This is going to be pick your own yet. So this is our crop of pumpkins for this year. So we will be ready for harvesting at the start of October, and then come the middle of October we'll open the farm up to the public and they'll be able to come and pick their own. Farming loves a challenge, the weather being our favourite challenge every single day. You never know what you're going to get thrown at you. It's either too wet or too dry or too hot or too cold, but we've managed to work through most of them. Again, we're quite lucky with the area that we're in terms of labour availability through Ringlink as well, and we've managed to set up various different bits and pieces, polytunnels, drip irrigation to help us combat some of the issues that we've come across. The feedback that we've had from our customers has been really positive, especially over the last 18 months. Knowing that they can see their food being grown outside the retail outlet is very important to a lot of them. But also just having the comfort of having a supplier so close to them meant that they knew that we would always be able to have a supply and have fresh food available to them. Social media has played a massive part in our business with connecting us to our end user, our customer, partly through the shop aspect with letting them know what we have in on a daily basis and how the products are doing. We show them the journey on social media with it being sown, planted, picked and into the shop, but also just getting an awareness of our business and what we do. So a lot of our events that we run, our Pick Your Owns, are only advertised on social media, and the response has been really positive. My advice to anybody new coming into the agricultural sector would be to be very open-minded, have a good sense of humour, but also make sure it is something that you're very, very passionate about on a personal level, because you dedicate a lot of your life to this it's a lifestyle and not a job. So personally, I'm very passionate about fresh food and about getting that to the consumer and educating people, and about reducing the carbon effects of the industry overall. So I think find what you're passionate about and champion that. So to find out more about what we do here at Westerton Farmers and at Farm to Table, follow us on social media. Westerton Farmers is our handle for Twitter, for Instagram and for Facebook.